Silog Show.
Welcome back sa The Game Silog Show, kwentuhan podcast about video games. Ako si Jazz at ito ay Game Silog Episode 8. Sa episode na to, pagkakwentuhan natin ang Balete City. Ito ay upcoming action RPG based in Philippine mythology na gawa ng mga Pinoy. Guest ko sa episode na to si Dodi, ang social media diwata ng Balete City, ang head content editor na si Jordan, at si Naily, ang game director ng Balete City. Sa episode na to, napagkwentuhan namin yung video game development at yung mga plano nila sa Balete City. So tara, game, enjoy! Guys, welcome sa The Game Silog Show. Itong show ko is kwentuhan podcast about video games. Ako si Jazz. At ang topic ay hello. At ang topic natin ngayon ay ang Balete City. So, ano ba ang Balete City? Ito yung nabasa ko sa Facebook page siya. Balete City game is a third-person adventure RPG game made by Pinoys. Too little has been delved into the mythos of Philippine creatures and fables. The gameplay, characters, setting and design are all based from Philippine mythology. So, nung una ko tong nabasa, grabe, game. Naisip ko, game, kailan ang release date? Pwede na ba akong mag-pre-order? Take my money. Kasi, as a gamer, never pa ako naka-experience ng game na ang setting is sa Philippines.
Yes.
So, nung nabasa ko yung description ng game doon sa Facebook page ng Balete City, ang dami ko nung naisip ko, so pwede akong may mga boss fights ako na may encounter na kalaban ko kapre or may mga quest na kailangan kong i-save yung buntes sa aswang o sa tiktik, something like that. So, sobrang na-excite ako dun sa game talaga. Pero sa tingin ko, bago tayo magkwentuhan tungkol doon sa game mismo, mas okay siguro, mas kilalanin ko muna kayo. So, yung guest ko ngayon, guys, si Ma'am Dodi. Siya yung social media diwata ng Balete City. Hi, ma'am.
Hello, hi.
Hi. Tapos, ang head content editor naman na guest din natin ngayon is si Jordan. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi there.
So, ako share ko lang, matagal na akong gamer, bata pa lang ako, gamer na ako, pero wala akong masyadong idea behind the scenes kung paano ba gumawa ng video game or anything with regards to the game itself. So, sa tingin ko, marami akong matutunan sa inyo at the same time yung mga makikinig ng episode na to. So, sa tingin ko, maganda umpisahan natin yung history. Kung naging gamer din ba kayo or meron kayo experience sa games or anything na tungkol sa games. Ikaw, Jordan muna siguro.
Okay, so me first.
Okay.
Definitely, pero I think I'm what you would call a casual gamer. So I play and enjoy a lot of video games. Pero that's parang during my free time or what I really like for example, Pokemon and
Nice.
a lot of the casual games. When it comes to game design, I did try it, for a while. Lalo na nung time na medyo I was between jobs, so I had a lot of time.
Okay.
That's what you really need. That's what you need when you're developing a game. You need a lot of time. And na-try kong mag-design ng RPG din, in the vein of parang Pokemon din or Legend of Zelda.
Nice.
Something like that. Yes. So it felt like a classic video game that you could play on your Game Boy or on your older consoles. And yeah, that's about it. Pero yeah, just off the bat, I would like to clarify na I'm not a very serious gamer, but I do enjoy and love video games.
Sa akin naman, no, share ko lang din. Parang feeling ko mali na parang may negative connotation pag casual gamer ka. Sa tingin ko, dapat walang ganun eh. Parang gamer ka, ako kunwari, casual gamer ka, or ako, hardcore gamer ako. Pareho lang tayong gamer. Sa tingin ko, dapat walang ano doon, walang negative or something doon kung casual ka. At least, pero tayong nag-game, naglalaro ng game. So, si Ma'am Dodi naman, anything na ma-share niyo po about
sa game? Don't call me Ma'am Dodi.
Okay,
Dodi na lang.
Sorry. Dodi. Yeah.
No. So, ang ano yan is my, I don't do games, pero my sons do. So, ever since we moved to Korea, and then my sons grew up there, lahat ng console, yung more on the PS series, PS2, PS3, PS4. So, as a mother of gaming sons, I like watching the games happening, lalo na magaling ang gamer. My youngest son is one of the best gamers in Korea with regards to some of the games. He plays Skyrim, he plays a host of other games. Syempre, kasi if you have a PS3, maraming games na inihingi ng anak ko. And then I like watching. And then he tells me the story of the games. Nagtatanong ako. And when he watches the gaming channels in Korea, nanonood din ako. And then he updates me with regards to the news and the latest developments sa gaming industry.
Yes.
And then there was one point that he was encouraging me to do gaming journalism. Since my background is I'm an editor in Korea. Nice. I'm a correspondent for a business magazine. Pero yun nga, napaka-boring. Pero ang sabi niya, ma'am, magka-glamour ka naman. Why don't you do game industry news? So sabi ko, I can do that. Pero kumbaga sa kwan, mas maganda ikaw. So ginugroom ko yung youngest ko. He's 18, he's entering college. Sabi ko, why don't you do that? Ako po yung magta-train sa iyo in writing. Ang gaming na sa'yo na. Pero I do dabble. I do play the PS3 sometimes kasi sasabihin ng anak ko, Mami, why don't you join us dito? But the problem is I get so much into the game, nasisipa ko yung console. Lumalabas yung remote dahil nahihagis ko dahil may mga zombies yun. So medyo I get too much into the game, but I really really do enjoy watching good gaming and play.
Nice. Actually, speaking of Skyrim, Dodi, yung nung nabasa ko yung Balete City, yun yung peg na na-imagine ko, Skyrim, The Witcher 3 kasi quest-based yung Balete City kung tama yung pagkakabasa ko, tapos action RPG siya. So Skyrim yung naging peg ko. Accurate ba or tama bang sabihin na ganun yung parang pinaka-peg nung game ng Balete City?
Right, Jordan?
Yes, tonally and definitely the general feel of the game. Like for example, looking at the current progress coming from our creator, it definitely has that feel na pag tinitignan mo, wow, it's either Skyrim or God of War, things like that. Yung mga what do you call this? The RPGs that you can adjust the camera angle. But yes, basically it's a third person player that has that feel of those two very popular games.
Nice. Pwede na ba ako mag-pre-order? Excited na ako. Okay. So, para lang magkaroon ako din ng idea tsaka yung mga listeners. Ano yung message share nyo naman bilang dun sa mga task nyo or dun sa position nyo dito sa game ko, para si Dodi, social media diwata. Actually, i-share ko lang, no? Pag nag-visit kayo sa page nila, may message, tas ang nakalagay, kunwari ito yung isang example, hey there, thanks for getting in touch with us. Hold on one moment as our resident social media diwata is finishing up some spells. So parang in character talaga kahit yung Facebook page ng Balete City. So sa'yo din, Jordan, interesado ako kung ano yung trabaho mo, ano ba yung ginagawa mo sa Balete City. So
okay. So let's keep in character. Kumbaga, ang role ko is let's say the sage of the group, although I don't think I'm that old to be a sage. Pero yeah, more on yes, a lot of my tasks, especially in the very beginning, was advisory or parang consultation,
Okay.
because although I'm not a what do you call this, I'm not a very serious gamer.
Mm-mm.
What Nile approached me were would be about the story, about the characterization, and then when I would look at the designs, I would say na, okay, siguro mas magandang ganito yung itsura niya, ganito yung mga abilities nila. So yeah, I'm the sage giving advice,
Nice.
based from how I would feel, especially coming from a fantasy perspective, coming from my own experiences as a gamer, and what I as a fantasy reader or fantasy consumer would enjoy in a fantasy video game.
Nice, nice. So ano no, inusto ko yung Instagram mo.
Oh,
Joking.
okay.
Nakita ko yung mga drawing mo, nakita ko yung
Mm.
mga mask na ginagawa mo. Sabi ko,
Yes.
ang ganda, sobra. Tapos so ikaw rin ba yung nagde-design ng mga creatures? Tina-translate in 3D form sa game?
Okay.
Or may ibang artist pa doon?
I see. All right. So before anything else, you can follow me at awesomejardine sa
Nice, nice.
Instagram. I'm kidding. All right. But for the designs of the creatures, for currently all of the
Okay.
Balete monsters in Balete City are coming from our creators' own designs. So a lot of it are originally from him or derived from their original design from references. So far, ang function ko as a fellow artist would be to give comments like yun nga, how it would look like, what's the best color choice for this creature of this level, mga ganun, like for example, Nile would show me designs of weapons or
Mm-mm.
items. So what do you call this? I would say, okay, mas maganda siguro kung ganito kalaki or ganito yung kulay, ganito yung design mismo ng weapon or yung item na
Gets.
for the game. But
Gets,
for
gets.
me, currently I have not, and I don't feel confident yet, but I have not yet provided my own
Design.
design. Yes,
Okay.
for any of the creatures.
Kasi nakita ko din yung mga drawing mo. Sabi ko, okay to kasi mga creatures, 'di ba? Pati yung mga
Yes.
mask na nagawa mo.
Yes.
So, yung kay Dodi naman no, doon sa bilang social media diwata niya. Nakikita ko kasi doon sa Facebook page nung Balete City. So, si Dodi yung may hawak noon nung mismong page na yan. Tama ba?
Yes. Lahat ng social media accounts hawak
Nice.
ko.
Ito yung sa tingin kong isa sa mga pinaka-importanting part nitong game kasi hindi madali gumawa ng video game. So sobrang tagal niyan. At sa tingin ko yung pag-aantay namin bilang gamer kung excited kami dun sa game, malaking tulong doon yung Facebook page pati yung social media kasi nagpo-post si Dodi ng mga something na related sa game or yung mag-share kayo ng experiences nyo, anything. So doon nakakapag-interact kami sa game habang nag-aantay doon sa kung anong progress ng game mismo. So Dodi, anong masishare mo naman sa doon sa task mo bilang social media diwata ng Balete City?
Okay, so having lived in a very, very fast internet country like South Korea.
Mm-mm.
So I basically lived on the internet as a writer. And since I do my work mostly on the internet, nagbababad ako sa Facebook.
Mm-mm.
15 years of that. And then flash forward to here to a lot of my friends have asked me, can you manage our social media account? So I started doing that last year, and I found it comes naturally to me like fish to swimming. So I've been managing several social media accounts for a couple of companies, but that's work. Then one of the companies CEO asked me, would you like to help out a Pinoy RPG game? I said, oh, that's cool. And it's based on yung Filipino mythology and the creatures and the dark realm. And I said, I'm in. I don't care if they pay me, they don't pay me. This is a work that is close to my heart because I'm a horror writer ang hobby ko is to write horror stories.
Nice.
And yes, and I've been I may write boring news articles and features for a living, pero on my free time I write horror short stories. And then a lot of the horror short stories I write is based on the creatures here in the Philippines then. Because, kumbaga sa kwan, yung nightmare ko, isi-share ko sa inyo through mine. Kumbaga sa kwan, hindi lang ako matatakot. Kayo rin ang matatakot. And then, when they asked me to step in, they asked me, what can you do to help us with this game? Sabi ko, unang-una na, let me handle the page. Kasi, like, oh dear God, nagtitwitch yung left eye ko kasi sabi ko yung content. So I stepped in, sabi ko, sabi ko, ano yan, bestow upon me the staff of social media for yours. And I will redo the page. I will handle, and then there were like 20, 50, kasi nagpo-post na nag-spread na siya, word of mouth. And there are the emails and the PMs were coming in, walang sumasagot. And then, nang ibinigay sa akin, sabi ko, then I asked Grace, sabi ko kay Nairi, will you give me full reign to respond in kind? Sabi niya, please, yes, please do. Sabi ko, okay, I will do this for you. I will respond and I will channel everything into it. Inorganize ko siya, and then sabi ko, and I will rework the content. And and we started collaborating, also upgrading and updating yung website, the official website of the Balete City game. So once I locked down all the social media accounts, ako na yung nagre-respond. And then I just tossed whatever queries are, like if it's technical, I tossed it to the creator. If it's content, I refer to Jordan. So at least naging streamline na. And then in a sense, when I started replying, I said, I can't reply to this in a normal thing. Let's reply to it as since it's in mundo ng Encanto.
Opo.
So sabi ko, hindi naman pwedeng wait. Sabi ko, Diwata na lang. Okay.
Ganda nga.
The social media Diwata, what can I do to help? And actually, of course, yeah.
I think, sige po, talayin mo na.
So the response has been very, very good. 99%, they loved it. Of course, you get the 1% trolls. Like, people, na gano'n, like, people, okay, fine. But it has been very good. The response has been overwhelming. We jumped from, in 2 to 3 days, we jumped from 2,000 to 3,000. Now we're at 4,000. Yes. I believe we will hit 5,000 subscribers on the page by Monday.
Nice, congrats. So share ko lang din sa inyo sa mga listeners nung itong interview na to, actually nag-message lang din ako sa Facebook page nila, tapos nag-reply nga si social media Diwata, si Dodi, kaya eto na-set natin tong episode na to. Ibig kong sabihin, sobrang importante sa isang content creator at yung page, kasi doon magkakaroon ng interaction yung mga fans tsaka doon sa team. Kasi feeling ko may mga ibang page na hindi nila nabibigyang pansin yung mga fans or yung sumusuporta sa game. So sa tingin ko itong Balete City, sobrang ganda ng ginagawa nila kasi sobrang interactive, tapos nagpo-post sila ng updates or anything na with regards to the game itself. So good job sa inyo sa Balete City.
Alright, thanks. Good job, Dodi Diwata.
Tapos nung nabanggit nyo yung parang sa tingin ko kasi parang ang vibe sa akin ng Balete City is passion project talaga. So gusto ko ring malaman paano ba nag-start? Sino ba yung sa team members, or paano ba to nag-spread na, o ito yung magiging team natin, ito yung history ng mismong team ng Balete City. So sinong makapagkwento nun?
I think you find a lot more details when you sa interview nyo ni Nile. Pero we can provide a bit of answers. Pero let's start with our Diwata.
Okay.
So like I said, I was asked to step in last week. Yes. And then there was a core team, which is Naive, and then his head guy for development, and Jordan, which is for the content. And then through a mutual friend, the one who referred me to Nairi, and said, can I help out with the socials, with the social media and the actual content, the text content of the websites and the social media pages. Tapos hindi pa nala-lockdown yung sa Twitter, hindi pa na sa Instagram and everything. Then when I stepped in, nagkaroon ng core group. Nagdagdagan yung core group. And then, and I told Nairi, sino pa ba ang nandito? Because you guys are not here. Who is in the group? Sabi niya, si Jordan is here. So sabi ko, okay, we badly need a bigger core group to handle, because we got over 200 emails. Everyone volunteering from marketing to programming. Sabi ko, we need someone to step in and to organize everything para mabilisan na. Kasi before, it was just a one-man team with the creator. Basically. So once, kumbaga, nagkaroon ng full steam ahead na nadagdagan na ng senior staff in the core members when so that happened like within also last week, right, Jordan?
Yes, that's absolutely true. And we owe a lot to our Diwata in terms of organizing a group, because like Miss Dodi said, I go way further back. So this started as an ongoing novel in Wattpad. So it started out like that, and it stayed there. It stayed like that for a while. And then when I became friends with Niall, eventually he introduced to me that he had this plan na gagawin siyang comics. So I started out as his advisor even then. So I would read his Wattpad updates, and I would ask him questions. Bakit ganito yung connection, or how can we make this connections clearer? How can we make this character's dialogue better, mga ganon. And that carried over to the comics. Of course, there's no doubt that Niall can create a very beautiful page. So what I did there was looked at the language used. So tinitingnan ko kung yung maganda ba yung pagkasabi, maganda ba yung pagka-flow ng mga text boxes or yung mga dialogue. So like that. And eventually he started introducing 3D renders of the main characters, and I was like, where is this going? And then, of course, okay, eventually, yes, apparently, nagiging mas seryoso na yung idea na it will become a video game. And then, yes, I'm fully on board. So it grew from a Wattpad story to a comic. The first issue of which is already available at the Balete High website, and of course now we are developing the video game. So like you said, it is it is a passion project, starting from the written form to the comic form to the game, the video game form.
Anong year, Jordan? Anong year yun yung nabanggit mo na nagpakita sa'yo si Niall ng 3D rendered na character? Anong year yun?
Actually, late 2018.
Late 2018, I see.
Yes, yeah. I can't really pinpoint the exact date, but yes, as early as late 2018, nagpapakita na siya ng mga renders niya, and then eventually the characters became environments, and then actual movement was there, and then the coding for the fight scenes, the coding for the gameplay was being shown to me, and it's like, we're going somewhere.
Nice. Marami akong tanong regarding sa game mismo. I'm not sure kung pwede niyong ibigay yung information na yun. Dito ba sa game ng Balete City, an open world ba to or single player narrative game? Ano ba siya, MMORPG ba siya na parang Ragnarok or anything na pangkalahatan, or single player narrative game siya?
Okay. So in its current form, definitely single player siya. Pero yes, open world. So a lot of the maps, marami kang pwedeng puntahan. So there are just like in any good video game, you can deviate from the main path and then discover secret passages to side quests, mga ganon. So it's not that linear. So you can definitely explore the world, and the world is meticulously designed. Nice. So we really want our players to explore it, to look around, mukha ba tong path? Go, explore, why not? Mga ganun.
Tapos yung nabasa ko rin, no, quest-based siya. So dito sa mundo ng Balete City, lahat to related, lahat ng Pinoy makaka-relate dito or ano ba combination ba siya ng iba't ibang genre or iba't ibang klase ng storytelling or lahat lang talaga nagbabase sa kung anong meron tayo bilang sa Philippine mythology or something na kung ano pang pwedeng idagdag dun sa game mismo.
Okay. So right now, of course, being Filipinos, we want gusto namin is highlight is talagang Philippine culture, Philippine mythology. So right now we're looking at Philippine when it comes to Philippine monsters, ano ba yung kwento behind them, and then we insert them to the main character's story. So when it comes to genre, pwede rin a mixture of genre na horror, fantasy, and adventure, but all of them would center in a Philippine basis.
I see. Meron ako nabasa rin sa post mo sa Instagram mo. So yung tungkol sa Bakunawa. So may mga ganong feature ba kayo nabalak dito sa Balete City na kunwari ano siya, parang boss fight ba siya or something, or 'di ba kasi meron sa video game merong mga boss fights.
Yes.
Tapos meron yung mga normal lang, kunwari siguro normal na kalaban is mga tiyanak or mga ibang engkanto or something. Tapos merong pang kalahati na parang pag natapos mo itong quest, ito yung huling-huling makakalaban mo. Kung okay lang naman sa'yo o kung allowed ka na magkwento, meron na ba kayong mga parang preview ng mga boss fight na magagawa namin dito sa game na to?
Yes, okay. So without giving away, sige, hindi ko na siguro papangalanan kung ano yung creatures na choices namin. Pero yes, definitely Nile has come up with a system na yes, mga minor monsters muna, and then eventually the big boss fights. And based sa mga previews niya, maraming mga creatures na hindi masyadong kilala. Tapos sila yung mga major bosses. So it's also a good opportunity na may mga ganito palang monsters sa ating culture, and them being the major bosses being put into the spotlight. Parang maganda siyang educational resource. Kaya hindi ko muna sasabihin para malalaman na lang ng players kung sino sila, anong background nila as they're playing the game.
Sa tingin ko Jordan tsaka Dodi, no, ito yung strength ng Balete City kasi kailangan ko maging honest, guilty ako na hindi ako masyadong tawag dito, well educated sa kung ano meron, nakakayaman sabihin pero yun yung reality. Ang mga alam ko lang sa atin sa Pinas yung mga tiyanak, mga diwata, mga aswang, mga tiktik, pero marami pang hindi na-explore. At the same time, kung ita-translate natin siya in a video game form, sa tingin ko mas lalawak, mas may-entice yung mga tao na mas alamin kung anong meron tayo.
Yeah, I'd like to step in with that. Kasi, like I said, I was a horror writer. When I started writing yung horror stories, based on the creatures dito, and having lived all over the Philippines, because yung dad ko, every 2 to 3 years, after 3 years, ililipat kami. Hindi siya sa military, sa Unilab siya. So I lived in Visayas, I live in Mindanao, and then, of course, when you live dun sa rural places, may encounter mo yan. And I actually had an experience with an aswang myself.
Wow.
It was an attack, and it was a very traumatic experience in college. But which means I know what I'm talking about. And then when I found out na merong game na ganito concerning the rich history ng creatures natin, that there's ang alam na nga yung the capres and the encantos, yung mga sigbin, yung mga ganon, yung mga mambabalak, there's a host of rich creatures na matatalo pa natin, for me with kung gaano kadami yung creatures natin sa underworld. It's a much richer and darker universe na the whole world yet hasn't met.
Yes.
So like I said, this is a project close to our hearts, lahat ng core group members dito. And then and you could see with the overwhelming support we're in, it's not just because, okay, Pinoy game, let's support this. It's because, well, it everybody has alam ko, being a Pinoy, hindi mawawala sa iyo yung nasuya ka, naduwende ka. It's like, wag kang umihi dyan. You tell first, tabi po. So, everything, and then seeing ko ano yung plano nila Niley and nila Jordan, and then incorporating all these nuances of our rich mythological creature history. And yan. It's a game that it's so exciting. Even ako, sabi ko nga kila Niley, bakit ilang years? Bakit hindi pwede ba next year meron ng workable playing model na ano yan?
Sobrang na-excite ako, na-imagine ako as a gamer, no? Share ko lang din, sorry. Na-imagine ko yung quest na pwedeng ilagay doon sa nabanggit ni Dodi na yung tabi-tabi po, bawal umihi dyan. Kunwari ako bilang gamer, no? Tapos may character ako doon sa game mismo. Merong quest giver na may nangyayari sa kanya, tapos ikaw i-investigate mo kung anong nangyari. Tapos magtatanong-tanong ka doon sa mga tao doon sa town or sa kung saan man lugar na yun. Tapos madidiscover mo na kaya pala nagkakaganito yung kaya pala nangyari sa kanya to kasi kunwari ngayon meron siyang nasaging kung anumang elemento or meron siyang na-disturb na hindi natin nakikita. So sobrang ang lawak ng na-imagine ko. So talagang na-excite ako sa game na to.
Yes.
Gusto ko na mag-pre-order kung pwede.
Well, there's the Patreon page.
Yes, nag-pledge ka nung nabasa ko tong no, nag-pledge ka agad ako. Actually nung nag-post yung Facebook page ng Balete City na meron na silang isang Patreon. Sabi ko may Patreon na pala. So yun nga kasi meron din akong mga ibang content creator na sinusuportahan through Patreon. So yun, nag-pledge na rin ako sa Balete City kasi talagang yung hype ko dito sa game na to. Saka yung potential na nakikita ko bilang as a gamer din. Sabi ko, the best. Ganda. Yun.
Thank you for your patronage.
So yung napangako ko sa inyo ay nasabi ko sa inyo ay 30 minutes lang itong conversation. Siguro bago ko tapusin itong conversation natin, no. Siguro last question muna, okay?
Sure.
Okay.
So, hindi ko alam kung meron na kayong napag-usapan, no, pero napaka-importante kasi ng number. So, kumbaga pagbigay ka ng number kasi madali lang i-visualize eh. So sa percent, ilang percent na ba ang Balete City?
Wow, okay. So I can't give a number. But yeah, I think this would be a very good question for Niall mismo. Kasi of course he is right on top of the game. But yes, when it comes to the graphics, the characters, andun na siya. But I really can't give a percentage yet.
I can give a background there kung nasaan na tayo.
Okay.
There's the good news and the bad news.
Okay.
The game dev team is working on a playable ano tawag din? Level or section or
beta?
Yung, not a beta but yung isang fight scene.
Okay.
Something that's they're working on that and they're busy refining and doing that. I forgot the term because I'm not really into this game in the gaming.
Demo reel or something?
A demo reel, yes, a demo reel.
Okay.
The demo reel is in the works. I'm very excited. That's the good news. Bad news is the demo reel for the level of what everyone is expecting. It will be available mid next year.
Okay.
That's the demo reel. Yeah.
Acceptable naman yun. Tsaka, dagdag ko lang din, no, sorry, napatagal na naman. Last na talaga. So,
no problem.
Sorry.
We're fine.
Kasi,
right, I'm okay.
Yes, we're totally fine.
Kasi ako bilang gamer, no, hindi talaga ako aware dyan sa mga game dev or yung paano nagde-develop, no. So, ako gusto ko lang maglaro. Parang, di ba nga, ang gamer yan, pag may nakita silang gusto nilang, kunwari trailer, lagi lang sinasabi yung caption, take my money. Ganun.
Right.
Kasi ako kung ito nga, dahil nakita ko yung Balete City, ako nagustuhan ko siya, excited na akong laruin. So, take my money. Ganun yung mindset eh. Pero gusto kong i-highlight rin sa episode na to na hindi madaling gumawa ng video game. Feeling ko nga yung isang asset lang sa video game, kunwari puno. Isang 3D rendered na puno. Months siguro or weeks, tama ba? Ginagawa yun eh. Tama ba?
Tama. Kasi you have to start with this. Maybe if you, even kung isasama mo yung sketch part, yes, definitely it can take that long. I-render mo pa siya as a 3D model. Tapos kung gaano ka detailed sa mundo mo, magre-render ka pa ng different looking trees para hindi pare-pareho yung puno na nasa environment. And then of course you have to make sure na when you place them in the world, they will have to work as a solid object kasi of course it's a 3D, it's a digital thing, so it's technically not solid. So you have to program it as an obstacle or as a solid object into the game para hindi pag naglalaro yung player, hindi siya tatagos sa puno, sa bato, sa pader. Yung there's really a lot of tiny little details that a programmer needs to figure out and properly execute before moving on to the next part and the next part.
pati yung mga bug pa no, tsaka mga glitches yan. Kasi ako nung college, meron kaming subject ng computer, share ko lang mabilis. Meron kaming subject sa computer yung HTML. So hindi ako masyadong tech savvy. So pag hindi nag-run yung program na nilagay ko, sobrang sakit sa ulo. So, nai-imagine ko paano pa kung ganitong kalaking video game. Tapos, yun nga, mga AAA games, pati mga developer tulad ng sabihin natin ng Ubisoft, ng Rockstar, or yung iba pong mga sikat dyan. Daan-daan na game dev yung meron sa team nila. Yes. Tapos, ang laki ng budget nila. Tapos, tumatagal yung game development nila ng years, 5 years, 6 years. So, doon pa lang isipin na sana maisip natin bilang ng gamer na hindi talaga madaling gumawa ng video game. So parang gusto ko lang sabihin na ako, Art, yung mga nakikinig na excited dun sa game, chill. Malalaro natin to. Wag natin silang masyadong i-rush. Kasi pag ni-rush, di ba meron niyang kasabihan ano bang kasabihan yan? Na parang, ang delayed na game, maganda yan. Pero yung ni-rush na game, forever na pangit yan. Kasi na-rush mo na eh. Mas akin, mas okay na ma-delay kung matagalan man itong Balete City. Okay lang ako doon. Pero gusto ko lang din sabihin na sobrang excited na ako.
Yes.
Ayun.
Right now, what we can ask from the VC gamers, natawag namin sa that a lot has been pledging their support, not only yung sa financial aspect, but they're pledging support with regards to volunteer work like the programming, the research, marketing. We welcome all of this. With all of these pledges, like this game is our game, and even though we've already fielded a lot, we still welcome volunteers for this, to come into the page, drop us a line. We'll tell you where to send your resume, your portfolio. Those who want to do voice acting, we welcome everything. Just come and help us out.
Nice. Sa tingin ko maraming tao or Pinoy na gustong tumulong sa project na to dito sa game na to kasi sobrang talagang promising at ang lawak ng potential ng game to sa akin na sa tingin ko. So sobrang confident ako sa game na to. Tsaka yun nga, sana okay naman ako maghintay pero syempre excited nga ako sa game. So
yes.
So salamat Dodi, salamat Jordan sa
of course.
Bigay ng time dito sa interview na to, dito sa episode na to. Sobrang na-appreciate ko to. At marami akong natutunan.
Thank you so much, Din. And it was a pleasure to be here and, of course, talk to you and let people know what we're doing. And na-appreciate talaga namin ng mga support. And it's really what keeps us going, moving forward, doing our best to meet our deadlines and create the best game for everyone. Because, of course, alam namin na lahat, ang daming nag-aantay and excited para sa game like you. Yes.
Nice. Dodi.
Yes, and thank you so much. We were really very honored to be invited in your podcast, and we congratulate you. You are the very first podcast that we we have graced. But you can put that as a tagline that this is the first podcast that Balete City has participated in.
Yes.
And when you have future podcasts, we would be happy to come back, update you in a few months, several months.
Yes.
That you know what's happening.
Nice.
So,
Okay,
thank you once again. Yeah.
No, thank you. Ako sobrang thankful ako dito sa binigay niyong time para sa akin. So, sa inyo may iba pa ba kayong ipo-promote na social media or something na baka? Jordan.
Well, if I may, like I said, sa Instagram, I'm awesome Jordan, so no spaces. I post my artwork there, and also, I talk about my artwork on my YouTube channel. Just Google my YouTube, my name, Jordan Taboy, and you can find me talking about my masks, talking about other local Filipino artwork, like the Tabi Po comic series by Mervin Malonzo. I'm a fan of that. Yes, and I think those are the two most important ones. And of course, my Facebook page, Dan Ong Art.
Nice. Dodi?
For me, I run a witchcraft page, which is WHICH ? It's a bunch of we're a bunch of white witches that we if you want to find if you want to find your what's happening with your life through tarots and runes, we do that for free. And
wow.
We don't ask for anything. It's a magical way of us giving back to the community. Any help that you need.
Ano ulit yung pangalan ng page?
Witchcraft. It's not witch, but witch yung like witchcraft. Do you need help with? Do you need help with wordcraft? Do you need help with graphics craft? So it's linked to the Balete City because so in a sense, like I would say I am a white witch coming from a long line of witches from Cavite. So, and I put up that page as a community outreach. We organized healing sessions, massage and hilot for free to different communities, and that's the page where you can contact us. Like, you want us to come in and do a fortune telling thing, yung parang kasayahan lang, for a certain group of people, like the senior citizens of this district. We come in and we do that, and we provide that for free as a part of us giving back to the community.
Nice. Ang ganda nun.
So,
yan.
Yeah.
So yan.
If you guys want.
Yun. Ipapollow ko yan. Pati rin kay Jordan. Check ko yung pages nyo. So, Jordan, Dodi, maraming salamat talaga. Salamat sa sa show.
Yes, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to be here at the Gamesilog Show.
Welcome sa show.
Ayos, maraming salamat. It's an opportunity and honor para sa akin. First time ko umattend ng podcast.
Go. Come on.
Sige, salamat din sa iyo, Jazz, for making this opportunity possible.
Actually, dapat ako yung mag-thank you sa iyo kasi sobrang excited ako sa game na to. Nung nasabi ko na to doon kanina, doon sa kwentuhan namin nila Jordan. Actually, nauna kong nakita itong Balete City, may nag-share ng Facebook page nyo sa PS4 enthusiast. So, member ako noon dahil mostly ang mga games na nilalaro ko ay sa PlayStation 4. So, nakita ko yung concept. Sabi, parang action RPG siya, tapos based mostly or lahat sa Philippine mythology, sa folklore, sa lahat. So, yung nakita ko, nung naisip ko, sabi ko, grabe, ang laki ng potential nitong game na to. Tapos, yung imagination ko lumawak, yung mga quest na pwede kong gawin dun sa game. So, bang excited ako. Pero bago natin pag-usapan, Naili, yung game mismo, dahil marami akong tanong sa'yo. Gusto ko munang malaman, ikaw mismo, ano ba yung video game history mo? Ano yung mga games na nalaro mo or yung mga influences mo? Anything tungkol sa game?
Sa video game? Ako kasi honestly, dito, I have very limited opportunity na makapaglaro ng mga video games for the reason na lumaki ako na we're under the poverty line. Okay. So, hindi talaga namin na-afford magkaroon ng PlayStation or Xbox or yung kahit na mga consoles or PlayStation Vita or kahit anong for video game. Bale, siguro, later on ko na lang sa na-encounter nung mga nanonood ako ng mga gameplay sa YouTube, ganyan.
Okay.
So, basically, na-inspire ako sa God of War.
Nice.
Kasi God of War kasi talaga masyado siyang heavily influenced into yung mythologies and beliefs and culture. Sabi ko, napatanong ko, what if kung ang setting nito is Philippines? What if kung ang cultural basis nito is Philippines? Ano magiging itsura ng laro? Ano yung mga magiging quest? Ano magiging itsura ng mga characters? Mga ganun ba? So, sabi ko naman, even though I don't have the gaming history or background, I could ask for some people naman to make it happen. Na pwede naman siguro na gagawa kami ng game, pero yung gameplays and all other stuff of the game is kukuhanin ko sa mga experiences ng ibang tao. Fortunately, ang daming mga gustong ma-involve sa project na ginagawa namin. So, ayun.
Nice. Dagdag idea lang. No? Makinig kasi ako makinig sa podcast, tapos parang meron akong napakinggan sa isang video game podcast na nabanggit nila na yung Nintendo, yung mga game dev noon, nag-hire sila, mas nagbibigay, hindi naman siguro equal, naghahanap sila ng mga game dev na hindi naman wala, as in, hindi gamer. Feeling ko kasi may maibibigay yung gamer tsaka hindi gamer or casual gamer na idea na mas lalong magiging maganda yung video game. Hindi, feeling ko, para sa akin lang, sarili kong opinion, hindi porket gamer ako tapos game dev ako, mas malaki yung maiaambag ko sa game. At the same time, yung kung merong game dev na hindi naman siya, sabi natin casual gamer siya, same lang din yung meron siyang mga qualities na pwede niyang ilagay or mga ideas na pwede niyang i-apply doon sa game na yun na mas magiging maganda. So feeling ko hindi naman big factor kung yung developer ay gamer o hindi.
Actually, ang perspective ko dyan, ako kasi parang hindi pa ako invested into some other video games. Kumbaga, hindi pa na-influence ng mga ibang mga, kunwari, yung mga mainstream na video games na mga features na baka pwede kong kopyahin or something. Parang I would start from scratch. Tapos, ang ginagawa kasi namin na development ngayon is lean startup. Kumbaga, every update, every feature na ilalagay namin, i-consult namin kaagad sa mga gamers, sa community para ma-filter out namin kumbaga update feedback para malalaman namin kung ano talaga yung gusto ng community na lalong-lalo na yung Pinoy kasi it's very different approach doon sa traditional way kasi sa traditional way they would do a game, ganyan. Tatapusin nila hanggang dulo, hanggang at the end, parang wala silang idea kung tama ba yung way na pinupuntahan nila or magugustuhan ba nito nila yung mga gamer at the end ng product. Yung pala, may mga nailagay sila na magpo-fall ng ano. So, we're doing a different way in this kind of development.
Nice.
Parang ganon.
Nice. Tanong ko, Naili, no? Dito sa sa current team or core team ng Balete City, ilan kayo lahat?
Right now, we're person of 5 people with different backgrounds na pero lalaki pa siya Right now kasi inorganize namin yung core team to filter out, screen kung sino pa yung mga pwede naming isama when it comes to like the production. Right now we have different people na gustong ma-involve nga with great experiences and backgrounds. So, yung core team, meron akong kasama na magaling mag-project management. Meron akong kasama na magaling mag-manage ng social media. Kagaya ng social media natin ngayon, hindi ko nahawak. So, yung mga ibang nag-message, ang alam nila ako pa yung naghahawak, pero iba na yung may
si
hawak
Dodi
doon,
na.
isang kasama sa team. Si Dodi.
Si social media diwata.
Meron tayong, yes, correct, which she is doing a great job right now. And we have Jordan, head of ideas and concept. Isa siyang magaling na writer din. Ayun. So, wala namang nag-start na malaki na hindi nag-start from maliit, diba?
Totoo.
Actually, we are based from sa mga comments ng mga tao na nakikita ko. Marami kaming support, pero meron ding mga doubters and mga negative feedback na nare-receive. Parang sa ngayon, parang na-labeled kami as the most ambitious dev team ng Pinas. Pero it's fine kasi 'di ba kung hindi ka mag-step up, kung hindi ka mag-jump out of the box. So wala, magiging stagnant. So we just dare to step up.
Actually, pwedeng yung team nyo mismo, Naili, pwedeng siyang i-take as a challenge, di ba? Kumbaga, tignan na lang yung positive ng mga, kasi hindi naman maiwasan, may mga kupal talaga sa internet na mga ganyan eh. So, di ba? Pero ako lang, hindi ko to, sinabi ko din to doon sa conversation namin kanina ni Jordan tsaka ni Dodi, tsaka hindi ko to sinasabi bilang parang nagkikiss ass sa'yo, no? Pero sobrang excited talaga ako sa game kasi yun nga nabanggit ko, lumalawak yung imagination ko at the same time kasi guilty ako na wala akong alam sa Philippine mythology. Ang alam ko lang yung mga normal lang nakikita natin ng mga aswang, mga tiktek or anything. So, kung ma-integrate natin yung story na yon or kung anong meron tayo sariling atin sa isang video game, sa tingin ko mas magiging maganda yung kalalabasan ng game, may entice yung mga gamers. Tsaka gusto ko din i-highlight na kanina nabanggit ko na rin naman din kanina, pero ngayon sa kwentuhan natin gusto ko rin i-highlight dito na mahirap talagang gumawa ng video game. Hindi siya basta-basta na parang pang nag-drawing ako. Syempre itatranslate mo pa siya in 3D form, i-render mo pa siya. Natanong ko kay Jordan kanina, sabi ko, ang isang example na naisip ko, yung kunwari isang simpleng puno sa isang lugar sa video game. Sabi ko, inassume ko na siguro yung puno na yon, ang pag-render ng paggawa nun tumatagal lang isang buwan. Tapos sabi ni Jordan, kung isasama pa yung pag-drawing mismo, oo daw, posible isang buwan. So, imaginein mo, yung isang puno na mostly tayong mga gamers, walang pakialam na dadaanan lang natin or wala tayong interaction dun sa puno na yun. Yung puno na yun, pinaghirapan talaga na matagal siyang nagawa. So, sa'yo, gusto ko malaman, Naili, no? Sa ngayon sa stage ng development ng BC, ng Balete City, kung kaya mo lang naman sagutin, kasi syempre excited ako at marami ding excited ng mga players, potential players ng BC, ilang percent na ngayon ang Balete City?
As of now, hindi ko kasi makalculate kasi diba I started the game, meron tayong atas footage ng parang attack dun sa first enemy. Ang maganda kasi sa Unreal Engine is you can do everything via template. Kunwari gagawa ka lang workable na AI enemy, tapos pag nagawa mo na smoothen out mo yung siguro yung attack animations and yung mga effects, VFX, SFX, ganyan, yung mga systems, siya, modular siya. Ibig sabihin, pwede mo siyang kukunin, tapos papalitan mo lang yung itsura, papalitan mo lang yung animation, ganun. So, there's always a shortcut to make it not in the standard way and make it parang to cut corners pa para makuha mo yung goal ng mas mabilis. So, that's as another way of advantage kung bakit hindi kami nag-start as under a studio or under a company. We're doing it in the way kasi we have a way to parang find another way other than the standard way. Kumbaga, continuous yung pag-cut corners namin, pag-create ng shortcut just to get to the point, just to get to produce everything. Just like yung sinasabi niyo yung foliage, yung mga trees, yung mga halaman. Yes, it would take a lot of time, like even months, just to make a single tree. Pero there's other way around, like Balete City game is hindi ko naman masasabing open source, but it's based from open source materials, such as meron kaming library ng mga free assets na nakuha namin sa Unreal Engine. Like the animations is based from Mixamo from Adobe na free siya for personal use and commercial use. So as you can see, it's out of using free resources at saka mga open source na mga software, just like Unreal Engine is free.
Naili, hindi ako masyadong tech savvy, no? Sorry, no? Pero curious akong malaman. So, dito sa Unreal Engine 4, tama ba? So yes, sa mga listeners, no, idea lang, ay Unreal Engine 4 game engine siya. Ang isang naalala kong latest game na gawa sa Unreal Engine 4 is Kingdom Hearts 3. So, para lang may idea yung mga listeners.
I think Fortnite.
Fortnite din. Kasi ang may-ari Epic Epic yung may-ari nung Unreal Engine 4.
Lahat ng gawa ng Epic Games is based from their engine, Unreal Engine 4.
So, naili question ko, no, yung dun sa paggamit ng Unreal Engine 4, yung mga assets ba doon binibili or binibili ba yung license nun or paano ba yung sistema nun?
Lahat ng gagamitin mo sa isang game, lahat ng mga assets 'yon, binibili 'yon. It's either ginagawa mo from scratch from your in-house designers and 3D developers, 3D modelers, 3D textures, 3D animators, or bibilhin mo siya sa marketplace. It just so happen na every month may mga nagsisale at merong mga nag-o-offer ng libre.
Okay.
Ako din, I am doing asset every day para lang mapuno ko siya. So yung environment ng Balete City ngayon is half of it is I made from scratch. Soon, may mga mag-onboard na 3D modelers and 3D artists na gagawa ng iba. And half of it is from the Unreal Engine marketplace mismo na nakuha namin is either sale, license, or free.
Nice. Para sa mga nakikinig, no, tsaka sa akin din, para mas clear lang, no. Pag sinabing sa video game development, kapag sinabing asset, ibig niyang sabihin yung lahat, no? Tama ba? Lahat ng makikita sa game.
Oo, lahat ng makikita sa game, like for instance, yung tree, yung weapon, yung clothes, yung mga models ng characters, yung ano pa ba, yung mismong terrain, yung mga grasses, yung mga bahay, lahat ng kumbaga kung anong makikita mo sa screen, lahat na 'yon, pati even the UI, yung mga UI elements, yung mga icons, these are called video game assets.
Nice, yun. So, yun, madami ako natutunan ngayon, no. So,
sa tech side.
hindi talaga ako, yun nga, sinabi ko rin kanina sa conversation namin nila Jordan, gamer lang ako, wala akong masyadong alam sa video game development. So, malaking tulong itong episode na to, no, para ma-educate kaming mga gamers. Isang tanong ko pa, Naili, no, natanong ko din to kay Jordan, ang Balete City ba, open world game ba siya or single player narrative game? Or gagawin nyo ba siyang multiplayer na parang yung MMORPG, parang mga Ragnarok or something na in the vein of that, ganung klaseng game?
Oo. Ang phase kasi niyan sa development, kailangan mo munang pagganahin yung isang character sa isang narrative. bago sa maging multiplayer o kaya online. So,
Okay.
ibig sabihin, offline muna, single player. Pag napagana mo yon, pwede mo na yung gawin i-turn into multiplayer online.
Okay.
So, per right now, ang target namin is the bare minimum nga to make the single player offline muna to work smoothly and siguro legit, and at least magi-enjoy yung mga maglalaro before delving into a wider goal, just like putting it online and putting other multiplayers. Kasi pag multiplayers na, marami ka lang i-consider, like iba-iba na yung programming ng every player.
Mm-mm.
Tapos kailangan mo mag-set up ng server, something like that. Which is budget-wise, kailangan ng pondo and kailangan na ng mga IT something,
Mm-mm.
mga ganun-ganun, over the network na.
Speaking of budget, no, dagdag lang din na idea.
Oo.
May mga lagi kong sinasabi no, na gamer ako, hindi ko masyadong alam yung behind the scenes, no. Pero konti may idea ako. Ang video game development, una, mahirap nga. At the same time, mahal din. Mahal siya kasi hindi siya basta-basta. Imagine natin na tayong mga gamers. No? Alam ko, nabigay ko na tong example kanina. No? Imagine natin yung mga AAA video game developer tulad ng Rockstar, yung may gawa ng Grand Theft Auto. Or sabi natin yung may gumawa ng God of War, Santa Monica Studios.
Santa Monica.
Sila, first party developer sila ng Sony. So, yung budget ng Santa Monica nanggagaling sa Sony. So, pwede kong sabihin na infinite resources yun. Kasi mayaman na company ang Sony. At the same time,
yes,
madami silang developer doon. Hindi lang siguro hundreds of hundreds. So, madami. So, ang punto ko, kung yung mga game na yun na-delay, na ang dami ng budget, ang dami ng budget, ang dami ng developer. Dito sa isang indie game, siguro it's magandang sabihin na kailangan patient tayo kasi ako excited ako, gusto ko lang malako kung sakali nga kung pwede na magpe-pre-order na ako, bibiling ko na eh. Pero sa tingin ko dapat maging patient tayong mga gamers, no, at malaman natin kung na mahirap nga itong game na to. At ang tanong ko naman with regards to that idea, Naili, ano ba yung next update ng game? Or ano ba yung next na pwede naming abangan? Kung hindi pa namin siya malalaro mismo yung buong game, yung full game, ano yung next progress na siguro pwede naming antayin?
Ang goal kasi namin within this tawag dito, a few months siguro after onboarding the other volunteers ng Balete City project is para makakapaglabas kami ng at least footages ng like the inventory system, fighting system, yung mga skill system niya, yung siguro preview ng environment, ganyan. And ang pinaka main goal talaga kasi namin is to release at least a demo gameplay. Nice. At least a year from now, or a year from para like this is a short parang execution of features kung ano bang i-expect talaga ng mga tao sa laro, ganon. Pero right now kasi nagkaroon lang kami ng delay sa onboarding kasi we need to make it legally. I mean, kailangan namin may mapirmahan ng mga papeles to guide us na meron kaming backbone, kumbaga, before even starting.
I see. Gets. And na-curious ako dun sa sa nabanggit mong skills, no? Parang na-activate yung pagiging gamer ko. Dun sa itong mga characters ba dito sa Balete City, yung main character, tao ba siya? Tao ba siya or ano ba yung mga characters dito?
Sige, it's a third-person RPG. So, you will be playing one character, which is the main character of the story. Si Aki is a senior high school student. He is, pagkatas na mamatay ng brother niya doon sa school, which is Balete High, magiging student siya ng school na yon. Okay. So, sa pagpasok niya sa school na yun, mamimit niya yung other classmates niya, like Sam and Teo. And they would uncover some mysterious and magical things happening inside the Balete School. As well as, he will parang matututunan niya na isa pala siyang asog or a babaylan in training. So the game, yung mechanics ng game is to attain yung full powers, potential ng isang babaylan. So merong stages of babaylanship na tinatawag.
Okay.
Una, kailangan siyang piliin ng isang spirit companion, like a familiar.
Nice.
Pangalawa, kailangan niya mag-train to brew potions gamit yung mga dahon-dahon, which is familiar in Philippines, like yung mga oregano, something like that, dara-dara, something like that. Just to brew some potions na magagamit niya in-game.
So may crafting din dito sa game talaga?
Yeah,
nice.
may crafting, may skills, ano ang tawag mo dun sa skills?
Skill tree?
Skills tree.
Nice.
Skill tree. Ayan, meron siyang skills na ma-attain. Kailangan niyang matutong gumamit ng mga sacred symbols. And yung pinaka-ultimate or pinaka-goal niya is to learn how to summon spirits from the other realm.
Pwede na ba mag-pre-order? Na-excite ako. Teka lang. Na-imagine ko. So, ano to, may freedom kunwari no sa final product. Meron bang freedom yung character na doon sa skill tree na pipili ako kung kunwari gusto ko mag-specialize sa crafting or gusto ko mag-specialize sa physical skills or gusto ko mag-crafting sa spells or sa familiar. May ganong mechanic ba doon sa game?
Sana, pero yun nga, ang sinasabi ko, bare minimum nga yung tawag namin, ina-after namin dito. Pero siguro, throughout the development, unti-unti madadagdag yung mga pwede naming maidagdag as unique features sa game. So, right now, we're just listing down yung mga possibilities and mga suggestions. Kaya, give us your thoughts, ganyan, kasi makakatulong talaga yan para dun sa development.
Ganda niyan. Pati yung isa nabanggit mo yung familiar. So, may skill siya na pwede siya mag-summon ng companion or something?
Oo.
Nice.
Oo, yun yung talaga yung parang offer ng game na although this is parang it's early to mention. It's early stage pa lang kumbaga concepts pa lang. Pero ito talaga yung ini-aim namin.
Natanong ko din,
there will be a companion.
Yun, natanong ko din si Jordan kanina no kasi in-stalk ko yung Instagram niya tapos may nakita akong Bakunawa. So, na-imagine ko dito sa game kung okay lang sa'yo kung pwede mong i-share or medyo confidential pa. Dito ba sa Balete City, ano yung mga posibleng boss fights na pwede naming ma-encounter? Kasi bilang gamer, no, meron yung mga mobs, yung mga parang maliliit na mga monster, mga tiyanak or something, mga engkanto. Tapos sabihin natin, dun sa
yung mga regular
regular
creatures.
Regular creatures. After sa dulo nung quest, no, sabi natin may boss fight. May pwede mo bang i-share kung ano yung mga posibleng boss fight na may encounter namin sa game na to?
Sige, walang problema. Actually, yung buong game kasi is based on the Philippine mythological creatures aside from yung mga familiar monsters just like the aswang and duendes and diwatas and yung mga familiar and common na mga entities. But underneath that, meron kasing world beyond our realm or humans world. Merong realm na doon sa kabila, which is yung tinatawag nilang Kamurayan, kung saan nagdidwell yung mga gods and goddesses just like Bathala, Magwayan, Sidapa, all of that. So, we're grabbing people from the spirits realm na gagawin namin mga bosses.
So,
may mga yes, sige.
Na-excite ako, sorry. Nabanggit mo kasi yung God of War. So, tas ngayon pinakwento natin yung Balete City. So, pwede kong patayin si Bathala?
Bathala siguro later on siguro sa mga franchise pero yung mga lower pa niya muna, mga galamay niya muna siguro sa progression. Hindi naman si Bathala tapos napatay mo na siya, di wala na.
Tama, pati sa God of War yung sa PlayStation. Hindi naman nakalaban si Zeus eh. Hindi pa si Zeus yung nakalaban, di ba? Yung mga mga ano pa. So, wala lang, na-excite lang ako sa nabanggit mo kasi Bataan. Tapos, sabi ko, so pwede ko siyang kalabanin.
Oo. Mm.
So, aside
So, may mga may mga old ancient tales na may involve doon sa buong story ng Balete City na bigla nang lalabas. Na parang main key ingredient yung mga tales, just like the tales of Perlas, hindi ko na maalala yung title eh.
Okay.
Tales of Bulan and Sidapa, tales of these three soldiers na spirit gods na sila yung parang in charge sa pagbe-birth ng tao sa human realm. Parang ganun. May mga ganong stories na we're working on it. Actually, we're blending everything, finding common point.
Sa tingin ko yan yung isa sa mga strength ng Balete City kasi guilty ako na wala akong masyadong alam sa kung anong meron tayong sarili natin na Philippine mythology, yan nga. So, yung isang hatak sa akin ng Balete City, madami akong matututunan. Katulad ngayon nabanggit mo yung God of War, 'di ba? Yung bagong God of War based siya sa Norse mythology. So imagine itong Balete City naman based siya sa Philippine mythology. Ang daming mapupulot ng gamers dito.
Oo. Yun nga I encountered a comment doon sa sabi niya, this is just another RPG game. Pag tinanggal mo yung Pinoy RPG sa title, wala na, pareho lang din naman to sa iba. So parang ang take ko lang naman doon, opinion ko, kasi hindi mo naman talaga matatanggal yung Pinoy RPG kasi yung pinaka-basis talaga ng game is yung pinakamaliit na detalye niya is from Pinoy. So pag tinanggal mo yung Pinoy RPG, wala nang matitira. So
sa tingin ko parang flawed logic yun. Kasi hindi sa pinagtatanggol kita or binabash ko yung nag-comment, pero feeling ko flawed logic yun. Parang pag tinanggal mo or pag binase mo siya sa God of War. So, pag tinanggal yung Norse mythology, ano na yung God of War? Di ba parang, ganun din eh. Hindi, parang flawed logic na tatanggalin mo yung, pag nagtanggal, kunwari, yun nga, God of War, nung pinakauna. So, pag tinanggal mo yung Greek mythology, ano na lang yung God of War? So,
di ba?
Hindi, parang poor logic yung, anyway, wag tayo mag-focus doon sa
Oo, doon sa negative. At saka yun nga ang sinasabi ko, we're not here naman to compete with any other game. We're just doing what we love, and kung ano yung makamap namin, edi we're happy to share it to the Pinoy community, parang ganon.
Sabi ko nga din kanina doon sa napagkwentuhan namin nila Jerdin tsaka nila Dodi, parang nung nakikita ko tong Balete City, no, passion project talaga siya. So, hindi naman siguro syempre kasama na rin yung business side doon dahil kailangan din suportahan para doon siyempre ang oras ang ginugugol dito, oras ang kalaban dito, tsaka at the same time yung mga resources. So kailangan nilang talaga ng suporta. At the same time, makikita mo naman din sa game tsaka doon sa core team kung talagang passionate sila doon sa game mismo. So nung nalaman ko na meron kayong Patreon account, nag-pledge na rin ako dahil malaki nga yung tiwala ko sa game na to at nakikita ko yung potential. Sa tingin ko sana yung mga ibang gamers din na may na kayang sumuporta, sana suportahan din nila yung game dahil sa tingin ko maganda yung kakalabasan nito sa future.
Yun, salamat sa support. Salamat sa iyo. Salamat for this. Actually, yun lang yung pinangahawakan namin yung passion din ng mga kababayan natin to learn more about Philippine culture and to stand for it and to yun nga, iwagayway kung ano man kung anong meron tayo. Somehow, some point, diba, kung hindi man tayo ma-recognize ng ibang bansa, at least yung game is parang naging preserving factor or parang naging nag-incite ng fire sa mga hearts ng mga kung sino man maglalaro somehow some point. Para mga ganun. Yun lang yung pinaka-main goal namin.
Totoo. Naili, meron na akong last question sa'yo, no, bago kita pakawalan kasi naka 30 minutes plus na rin tayo. 30 minutes na napangako ko na ano ko sa'yo. So last question ko sa'yo, no, tungkol to sa game mismo dun sa Balete City, no. Alam ko, natanong ko na rin to, pero curious akong malaman, no, tungkol sa Balete City. Kung ang setting niya kasi nabanggit mo, di ba, Balete City tas Balete High.
Mm-hmm.
So, na-imagine ko yung mga quest related to sa, makaka-relate yung mga Pinoy. Kasi kunwari, nabanggit ko sa conversation namin kanina ni Jordan, baka na-imagine ko, merong isang quest na may nangyayari doon sa babae or sa lalaki na masama, di niya alam, tapos mag-iimbestiga yung main character, tapos malalaman niya meron palang nasagi or merong na-encounter na may na-disturb na inkanto or something. So, sobrang daming, yun nga, nalawak ng potential, daming pwedeng ilagay dito na talagang makaka-relate yung mga Filipino gamer, mga Pinoy gamer. So, ang question ko sa'yo, paano ba? Saglit na nga. Paano magiging fresh yung idea? Kasi ako, gusto ko na siyang laro, entice na ako eh. Pero at the same time, merong isang side na, yun nga, yung merong, sabi natin na, ito, sa tingin ko, valid criticism naman, paano magiging fresh yung idea na yun? Kasi, siguro napanood na natin yung sa Shake, Rattle and Roll or sa ibang Philippine cinema. So, yung idea na yun na unique sa atin bilang Pinoy, yung mga encounter na yun, bilang game creator or bilang game director ng Balete City, paano magiging fresh yun, yung idea na yun?
Unang-una kasi, ang pinili naming setting is current or today. Okay. So, to make it fresh, kailangan namin pumili ng mga instances na nangyayari talaga sa atin ngayon, like senior high school ngayon lang din na yan, like using the Google para mag-search ng mga information, something like that. Yun yung using cellphone, di ba? So hindi talaga naman pinili like yung old history or future or something like that na hindi makaka-relate yung mga maglalaro. Gusto namin ipakita kung ano yung ngayon at kung ano yung estado ng Philippine mythology which is fading and almost forgotten.
So, may posible...
So, tapos...
Ay, sige. Sorry.
Sige lang. Nagawa na siya. Nagawa na din ng iba. It may have some similarities and siguro sasabihin inspired by or baka sabihin nila yung iba, kinopya. Pero there are always ways naman to make it fresh.
Totoo. Ang naisip ko dyan, Naili, no? Kunwari, meron quest ulit, no? Tapos, yung story sa quest na yon or yung mystery nag-start sa isang Instagram post. Yung parang something na pwede ba yun?
Related sa parang current na yun nga yung mga elements na pwede namin i-spice up yung story and even yung gameplay para ma-feel mo na it's happening in the current day talaga. Now, what if na buhay nga yung mga entities na ito and they're roaming around the
city.
The city, the Balete City. So what would you do ngayon? Di ba? Ipopost ko sa Facebook, di ba? I-chat mo ba or something like that. Ganun. And isa pa palang feature na kukunin namin, like yung may mga entities kasi na harmless.
Okay.
Pero if you put harm onto them, they would inflict you.
Nice.
Like, kunwari, yung mga duwende, hindi mo siya papating kasi pag pinatay mo may grave threat na mangyayari sa'yo.
Okay.
So pag na-hurt mo siya, may mag-i-inflict sa'yo, mababawasan ka siguro ng health or meron kang disease na makukuha. May kailangan kang gawin. So, during the gameplay, may mga iiwasan ka, ganun.
Nice.
To spice things up and make it more complicated. Another level of fighting. Way of fighting in the game.
Pwede mong isan sa akin yung link para makapag-pre-order na ako.
Wala pa.
Hindi, joke lang. Alam mo, gets ko naman na matagal pa eh.
All we can promise is updates and yun nga.
So yun,
and even nga, even kasi right now meron kaming parang request ng talk about sa sound design sa UP Gaming Guild. Although wala pa kami sa production and medyo malayo-layo pa yung music, meron din naman kaming plans to make parang maging engaging yung music din. Like, kunwari, yung in the morning, pag naglalakad ka sa labas, marinig ba yung nagbebenta ng taho. So, we plan na may nagsumisigaw ng taho, gumaganon sa background habang naglalaro ka sa gameplay. So, diba, imagine it's such an another experience of gaming.
Ang ganda niyan. Pati kunwari sa gabi, no, balot naman or kung ano ba. Tapos may mga mga nagiinuman sa kanto. Tapos, tapos may madidisturb silang kung anong sakaling entity or something. Or kunwari, yung typical na, 'di ba, yun nga yung mali sa kultura natin na sa pag may mga nagiinuman sa kanto tapos yung kultura natin na magka-catcall, 'di ba, mali yun? Sobrang mali. Tapos hindi nila alam diwata pala yun yung kinatcall nila. Tapos ngayon, syempre ganda. Sobrang ay nako.
So yung small things na pwede naming i-inject doon sa game mismo. So, everything is tawag dito, work in progress. So, we'll just move forward, push until ma-refine. Until hopefully meron kaming legit na game na maipalabas.
Nice. So yun, ang haba ng conversation natin, 30 minutes lang inasabi ko sa'yo. Maraming salamat sa time na binigay mo sa akin. Sobrang na-appreciate ko to, na-enjoy ko yung conversation natin. So, baka may mga listeners, konti lang naman yung listeners ko, pero baka sakali, invite mo sila kung paano supportahan yung Balete City, ano yung ipa-follow nila, anything. We just need your, kung kaya nyo mag-share, mag-comment, mag-like sa mga post sa Balete City sa aming Facebook page. And if you can back us up sa Patreon. And watch out for some updates of footages sa aking YouTube account. Yung mga links nasa Facebook page namin. And we're having IG, Instagram, and updates on Twitter as well. Kailan namin pwedeng expect yun, yung next update na nabanggit mo? May tentative date ba or something na?
Siguro a month after this. Ganyan. Okay. Hindi pa sure, but we will keep on posting naman small updates and something like that. Oo, kasi kagabi I'm working on some VFX na pwede namin gamitin. Hindi ko pa siya maipalabas for now kasi gusto ko nga kung makita kung anong may offer ng mga gusto ma-involve. Like, ang gaganda kasi ng background nila, ang gaganda ng mga output and portfolio. I just want to work with them muna and let's see what we can do, what we can update sa game.
Nice. Maraming salamat, Nail, sa time. Sobrang na-enjoy ko to. Dami ko rin natutunan sa'yo.
Sige, salamat. Maraming salamat for this opportunity. And anytime. And yung mga suggestions mo, just list them down all and email it to us. Nice. Para ma-review namin.
Sige, dagdag ko yan yung mga naiisip ko ng mga kung ano-ano na.
Oo, tsaka yung mga pinag-usapan natin kanina.
Yan, nakatapos na naman tayo ng isang episode. Salamat sa pakikinig. Kung nagustuhan mo itong episode, sana i-review mo sa iTunes. Kung hindi mo naman nagustuhan, sana i-review mo pa rin. Bigyan mo ng 1 star at sabihin mo kung bakit hindi mo nagustuhan. Malaking tulong yun sa akin. Kung may suggestions ka, thoughts, ideas, kahit ano, pwede mo akong i-DM sa @thegamesilog_show sa Facebook at sa Instagram. Tsaka nga pala, kung near fan ka, siguro familiar sa'yo yung mga kantang ginamit ko kanina pa. Pati itong kanta na to. Alam kong walang connect ito sa naging topic natin ngayon. Hindi ko rin ma-explain eh. Sobrang suwak lang talaga sa mood ko. Shoutout sa'yo, Emmy Evans. Sobrang lupit mo. So, yun. Again, salamat sa pakikinig. Sa susunod na episode ulit. Bye!
One July.